Hey guys, it's Ashley from Bookaholics Anonymous, and this is going to be a book talk for Alex Approximately by Jen Bennett. So, this is the second book that I've read of hers. The first one was Starry Eyes, and I really enjoyed Starry Eyes, which I need to do a book talk for as well. But I really enjoyed that one, so I definitely had good vibes and high hopes coming into coming into a second book of hers that I'm reading, and I will say I probably like this one more than I like Starry Eyes. So yes, just to give a little bit of a summary about the book, even though I'm sure you probably know what it's about. It's about a girl named Bailey Mink Rydell, and she's living with her mom and her mom's new husband for a while, and decides that she wants to go and live with her dad over in California. The thing is, she's been online talking to this friend of hers named Alex, who lives over in California as well and lives in the same city as her dad, near her dad. And so she's kind of iffy, and he keeps wanting her to come out to see him and go to this film festival at the end of the summer with him, and she doesn't really tell him yes or no. She basically says, I'll ask my dad whether I can come out there or not, and kind of just plays it off like that, when in reality she's going out there to move with him. So she thinks she's gonna fill her summer with trying to find out who this Alex is without him actually knowing. But once she gets to Cordova, is it Cordova? Okay. Cordova Cove, Cordova, I don't know. Once she gets to the city where her dad lives, she becomes her plans change. Her dad finds her a job at this cave museum like place where she meets Grace, which becomes one of her friends, and she also meets this boy named Porter Roth, who is a security guard there, and they start off on the wrong foot and really bicker with each other, and she doesn't like him and she calls him his Archnemesis and all this stuff. But we know that never works out very well, and throughout the story she kind of starts to fall for him and he starts to fall for her, and yeah, so, and I don't know, there's something about that kind of trope that I really like. I like the friends to lovers, the enemies to friends to lovers, just all that kind of stuff. Just, I don't know, there's something about that I enjoy. Now, what Bailey doesn't realize and what Porter doesn't realize is that both of them have actually already talked to each other and been talking to each other for quite some time online as Alex and Meek. So yes, and this is not a spoiler, guys. It is on the back of the book at the very summary of the book, so it's not like I'm telling you anything you don't know already, which actually, in my opinion, kind of sucks. I mean, that if I had to say one thing about it that I didn't like, it's that we already knew who Alex was going to be, and even though Bailey doesn't realize who Alex is, or Alex doesn't realize who Bailey is in the moment, it still kind of sucks that we already knew that it was going to be Porter from the synopsis, if not. So yeah, that's probably my only complaint, is I would have liked to actually follow along with Bailey and try to see if she found out who Alex was throughout the story, or if, just I would have liked to learn with her. I mean, in a way we did if, like I said, you didn't read the summary and you didn't know what this book was, and you didn't know that this book was gonna go in that direction. But still, I don't know. I would have liked the surprise to be somewhat near the end, because in a way you kind of get the clues and the hints dropped to you who he's gonna be. And there's some like closer to the last 100 or so pages that actually one of them actually figures out who the other is, maybe. And I don't know, I don't know. That is my one major flaw, I guess, with the whole stupid synopsis, and I've been going on about that now, so you probably don't really care. But like I said, Bailey gets this job, and she becomes friends with Grace, who she's gonna go to school with at the beginning or the end of the summer. So they become friends, and that's a really cute friendship because Grace knows pretty much everybody. And then Bailey starts to, like I said, kind of in a weird way fall for Porter, who is actually his family is this big time surfing family, and his sister is maybe gonna go pro. But they have had, Porter and his family have had like tragedies in his life, and stuff happened to him, stuff happened to his dad, and we learn about his family and what happened to them when Bailey does. And also Bailey has had a traumatic experience as well back in her, like, I think it said 3 or 4 years ago. So in her life she's had a traumatic experience. And we kind of start to learn what that is, and she ends up explaining more what happened to her and her family. So they both kind of have these tragedies and stuff that have happened to them, and it's just nice that they kind of found each other. And I don't know, I kind of, in a way, see myself in Bailey, not in the fact that she's had stuff bad happen to her, I guess, but in the fact that she's very standoffish in a way, and she doesn't trust people very easy, and she just kind of has to learn to open up herself. And I don't know, I see part of me in that, because it's weird. Like, I don't know. She calls herself like the artful dodger, so she avoids situations. She doesn't like confrontation, which I'm pretty bad at too. I don't like that as well. And when her and Porter start getting more serious, he kind of wants her to trust him, and he will trust her, and that's still kind of iffy for Bailey. So, yeah. But in the end, she's kind of got to learn that she might need to trust somebody. And I don't know, I love the romance that blooms between her and Porter. And I love learning both of their stories. And the whole idea of like them both loving old films is in there. Surfing is in there. There's all sorts of little fun hobby-like things in the story as well. And I don't know, yeah, that's just pretty much what it is. And then you have little bits and pieces within the story that start to happen, like little problems arise, like Porter's friend Davy, he's in, and he causes some problems in between the story. And there's other stuff. There's mention of drug usage. There's mention of like sex and stuff in there, if y'all were wondering. It's just, yeah, it's in there. So just be warned about that. But other than that, I personally loved the story, and like I said, I'll probably give it 5 out of 5 stars, even though, like I said, my one main thing was knowing who Alex was, but that's okay. We got past that. So If you like contemporaries and you haven't read this, definitely recommend it. If you like the enemies to friends to lover type scenarios, definitely recommend this book as well. And she will probably definitely be one of my authors that I will read no matter what now. I think she's got 3 or 4 other books that are contemporary that I need to read, and yeah, so there's that. Let me know if you guys have read that and what you thought about it, and yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Bye.